Harden comeback season. Jordan Poole may be the sixth man of the year. Both of these will be answered in today's episode.
Hello, everybody. My name is Andrew,
And my name is Jonathan.
and welcome to the Pick and Roll Show, the number one basketball podcast in the state of Kentucky. All right, guys. So we got a pretty short episode for today. So let's just start off with some injury reports.
Yep. Injuries.
All right, we got a bunch of them right here.
Yep.
You want to start us off with the first one?
Yeah, we'll just go. We're going to go pretty quick. So we'll just say Lonzo is out for a few weeks with left knee. We'll talk about the impact. That's pretty big. He's like their starting point guard. He looked good last year, but gotta be careful.
Yep. We got. It's always bad when you got a starter out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's looking. He's not. Isn't he pretty injury prone? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. This is like his third major injury this year.
Bulls don't have a good history with having like good point guards that aren't injured. They're always injury prone.
D-Rose moment.
Yeah. All right. Robert Williams out for a few weeks with also a left knee injury.
Oh, we saw his team last night. They still did pretty good without him, I would say.
Yeah, I think they did really good. They won their game. Their bench kind of helped them lead to that victory. But we hope he's back.
Yep.
Jalen Suggs has a knee sprain and a bone bruise. He might need surgery.
That's just pretty devastating for the Magic. I mean, he's one of their best players besides Paolo. Must suck for them.
Yeah, it does. A lot of knee injuries right now. I mean, as a basketball player, that's where you're gonna get most of your injuries. Probably running all the time, and definitely important.
Definitely. Next, we got Marvin Bagley out from the Pistons. We don't really know too much about this injury. We don't know if it's. I think it is pretty serious though. So.
I hope they get him back because the Pistons are in sore need of anyone right now. Cade Cunningham was not even the rookie of the year, so
Yeah.
you gotta be worried. You gotta be worried about how good they're gonna perform.
Hopefully, he returns pretty soon.
Yep. And Dennis Schroeder has serious thumb injury. Kind of need your thumb when you're playing basketball. So
I mean, it is Dennis Schroeder though. I didn't think he was gonna add too much, anyways.
yeah, especially if Russell Westbrook looks like he did last night, almost looking like
His old self, maybe.
almost like the Wizards won at least. So not good, but better.
So next, I guess we got some trades and extensions we'd like to go over. First of all, speaking of the Pistons, they just recently waived Kemba Walker.
That is for the Pistons. Why on earth did they do that?
I know.
I think that's a terrible idea because they just don't have enough talent. They need talent. Even if they do have like a solid starting point guard, and Cade Cunningham, you could always use the depth, especially when you're as bad as they are.
Used to love Kemba back in middle school. Sad way for him to go out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I remember playing NBA Live and all that, just balling with Kemba. I think my best moment of him was whenever he took that 3-pointer in like the actual game. Thought he made it, turned around, started doing the shimmy, but actually missed it and didn't even realize it. It's hilarious.
W.
But he is a good player.
All right. Next.
We got Wiggins and Jordan Poole with a 4-year extension each.
I mean, they definitely deserve it. That's for sure.
Yeah, they've been playing. They played really well last year. Wiggins was a starting All-Star, and Poole looked great. I think he's a sixth man of the year.
Nice to see him get some recognition.
I think. I mean, this is one of the main points is that Poole should be sixth man of the year, but I think he's a better starter. But
Yeah.
I could see why they put him. I could see why he has some energy coming off the bench.
I could see it going both ways.
Yes, and then Wiggins had a great game last night too, so they look good. Next, we got Tyler Hero with a 4-year extension. He's very crucial to the Miami Heat's success because he can actually shoot. It's something they kind of need.
Yep. And he's pretty important to them in the 2020 season, especially with them going to the finals, and even last year too.
Yeah, they have been the surprise team for me every year. I'm very surprised that they can continue to go out there and perform as they do, especially with not like a bad team, but they're not. I wouldn't ever think of them being like a finals team, but they're pretty good.
All right, so lastly for the extensions, we got Steven Adams from the Grizzlies. He got a 2-year.
Yep. I mean, it's Steven Adams, so
Yeah.
I think the Grizzlies' success is not just relying on him. But
It's still nice to see him. Loved him on OKC.
Yes, definitely. Him and Enes Kanter were a good power forward center combo.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we're gonna talk about some player standouts. So this is gonna be a shorter episode. Usually, we'd probably go more into depth for the games, but for now, we're just talking about some of the guys that did really well. LeBron looked good last night.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like LeBron, so it's not like he's ever gonna be bad. But
I think he almost did a triple double, which is crazy.
yeah, he got like 14 rebounds or some 12 rebounds. It was pretty good, and he looked good.
Yeah, especially after last year not looking so good.
Yeah, I mean he looked fine, but definitely not your usual like LeBron greatness. Embiid also played well.
Yeah.
Even though his team was on the losing end, him and I guess we'll go ahead and bring him up. Harden both played very well.
Extremely well, yeah.
Tyrese Maxey also played well with 21 points, and what was it? Tobias Harris had 18 points.
Their whole starting team was very good.
Yes. We'll talk about Embiid, I guess, a little bit first. I believe his shooting, he didn't have a great field goal percentage, but he had like 14 rebounds or something. 15 rebounds, I think.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's great. That's what you want from your big man. And then Harden, guy we need to talk about a little bit. Is this a comeback season?
You know what? I'm going to say it here first. I think it is. I mean, when you're playing your first game of the whole season, which you expect some rust from the offseason, no, he just performed extremely well.
It definitely, like, that one game looked probably better than his whole season last year. I feel like every time I watched a game with him, I was sad because he missed every shot. Every three-pointer he took was, like, a miss. So it's nice to see him back out there. I don't know if it's, like, maybe it's too early to tell. For me, I feel like it's too early to tell. But if he puts up 3 or 4 more games in, like, the next couple of weeks like that, you could say he's probably going to be back.
Definitely keep you updated.
Yes. I think actually, before we stop talking about him, Harden lost weight. What if that is the big factor? What if he looks like more
In
toned?
shape.
Yeah, looks more toned, looks in better shape. Do you think that plays a factor?
No, I think it does. Like with a couple players like Zion, and there's another one I was gonna talk about, but
Luka. I mean,
yeah.
He's never been like, even like on the offseason, he's look fat, but he's not like your buff player. He's not really like super muscular. But he's in fine shape.
So it's always nice to see Harden playing good.
Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna move on to a couple sad things. Dikembe Mutombo has a brain tumor. He announced it recently. Best wishes to him, I'd say.
It's pretty sad, especially when you look back on what all he's done for the NBA.
Yeah, one of the best. Great Hawks player.
Great Nuggets player.
Yes, also. I'd say the thing, he didn't really play, like his offense wasn't really what people remember him for. But his defense, though, top tier. Top 10 ever, probably, I'd say. I think
Probably one of the best.
Yeah, I don't think there's any denying that he is one of the best blockers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
In some aspects, may even rival Hakeem.
Yeah.
And then the second one is Nate Robinson, kidney failure.
It's tough.
Yes.
He's one of the best dunkers of all time.
Yes, he specialized in dunking, and for a man of such short stature, 5'9", it's very impressive what he's able to do in his career. Mm-hmm. Even if he wasn't really remembered for anything other than dunking, he was a 3-time
dunk champion.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember, like, and even then, I never was like his dunks. I always thought for sure it was like, well, he's so short, that's why he's winning all of them. But he dunked over Dwight Howard.
Like, that's a 7-footer right there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is awesome. And I think I thought that was pretty funny. I'll talk about a great moment from him. Is that dunk specifically? I'm pretty sure Dwight Howard wore like his Superman cape, but then Nate Robinson wore like a green jersey or something like Kryptonite and dunked over him. That was good. It was a good that was like good wordplay and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think before we go, this was a short episode. We kind of messed up on the first one. I think I do want to talk about one thing before we go. Zion, I'm looking for. He's back. What do you think he's gonna be like?
I mean, I've seen him in the off season, and he's been cooking, for real. He's lost.
Yeah, you're right. He's been cooking a lot of burgers recently.
He's lost so much weight, dog. He's, I mean, he looks like 2019 Zion again, if you can believe that.
I hope he does well. The Pelicans really need it. They were very close to the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
Did they wait? Was it them or the Spurs? Who won that game?
Huh? The Pelicans got in.
Oh, yes.
They lost to the Suns.
Okay. Was it the Pelicans?
Huh?
Was it the Pelicans that made it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I feel like with Zion, they might even be conference contenders, maybe.
Definitely not conference contenders. Not until he can show that he can play more than, I don't know, he can play for like a year. I think until then, I like Brandon Ingram better because he's been kind of with them.
Consistent,
yes.
yeah.
Also, but they got McCollum too.
Can't forget about him.
You've got small forward, shooting guard, power forward. That's a dangerous combo.
Mm-hmm.
Now all they need is like another solid point guard, like a point guard, solid point guard and center, and they're looking ready to go.
They should have just kept Lonzo.
I guess so. Yeah, he looked really good last year. But all right, guys, I think that's gonna be it for today.
Yeah, another, like we said, it's a very short episode.
Yes, and it was our fault for that. You don't need to know why, but we messed up big time.
The first recording went kind of.
It wasn't. The recording was okay. I think we forgot to turn on the audio though, and that's like kind of our whole thing is audio. So we're gonna try to remember that next time, and because the first episode was more in depth.
Yeah, definitely.
This one went fine though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, so we're not. If you ever have any comments like to add to our video, tips or anything like info, give it to us. We'll definitely be reading the comments so we watch now. If you something that would very much help us, we're not gonna ask for your money or anything, but we would like you to like and subscribe if possible. It helps with the channel right now. We're kind of small, so we just and also if you like our stuff, tell other people. Tell people about it. That's probably if you tell 2 people about it and you tell them to tell 2 people, continue. That's a big step in the right direction. So
Yep.
We're gonna keep pumping out the good content now. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Some special videos probably and the weekly update.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. See ya.